Kevin Sullivan.
As a person.
As a person, I love him with all my heart. I love him with all my heart. He everywhere Kevin went, he found a place for me. I mean, if, you know, and back in the day, there were small territories. There wasn't one giant worldwide organization. There was small territories. So Kevin always had work for me. So I was always appreciative of that. Mind you, Kevin was the devil at times, okay? And I mean Satan when I say that. So, and I don't mean just the devil. He was, anyway, Kevin and I had a great relationship, but Kevin, I think it's safe to say with him in the room that he took liberties with me at points because I was a young guy and he could get away with it, and he had me bluffed. Anyway, and plus I saw him pulling a guy's eye out one time, and it just hung there on his cheek. It was the weirdest thing. Yeah, like you don't remember that. Yeah, anyway, so anyway, I was a bit intimidated, but another story about Kevin Sullivan, and Lord knows I have a few. I was leaving the building one night, and I'm trying to think what town it was. Lord knows they all run together. You've been on the road so long, but Kevin was driving. I'm thinking it was either a Lincoln or a Cadillac, one of those nice rental cars that. Anyway, I'm walking across the parking lot, and here comes Kevin in his car with, I think, one-man gang was had to be in the front seat. Hump was in the back seat. Sir Oliver Humperdinck was in the back seat, and Lord knows his eyes are big anyway. But when Kevin hit me with actually I was walking, and Kevin was slowly pulling. He bumped me from behind, and my knees buckled. When my knees buckled, my ass hit the hood. Okay, my rear end hit the hood, okay? At that point, I rolled up because Kevin hit the accelerator. So I rolled up and I'm grabbing at windshield wipers, something to maintain stability, you know? So he got to a certain speed, and I'm just guessing it was 30-ish. You know, with me upside down, you know, literally going, hey, whose shoes are these? Oh, they're mine. Yeah. And so I'm trying to grab for the windshield wipers or something to stabilize. He hits the brakes. Perfect opportunity, right? I did the old cowboy roll, and I mean, I must have rolled 4 to 5 off the front. I mean, I went from upside down to right here to nearly kissing my own ass to go head over here, ass over here, bam, 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 bam. And I came up on my feet and went, I'm still intact. You know, I mean, I'm connected. Everything's still connected. And I looked by, and Kevin, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with John Candy and Steve Martin. But when Kevin went by me, he was at that point in the movie when John Candy looks over and he's Satan, and he's going, ha, 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 and the horns, and it's red. All I could see was red, and Humperdinck's eyes were like the human fly in the back seat, like this big. It was, I don't know how to explain it, and the next day I called him. I said, Kevin, what the hell, man? What were you doing? And he goes, Bradley, brother, I'm sorry, brother. I cracked. I'm sorry. You okay? Is everything all right? I'm like, I'm okay, Kevin, but God almighty, please. Try not to hit me with a moving vehicle. You know, I mean, you hit me with a 2-ton bullet, you know, for crying out loud. But it was just one of those things. And like I say, I saw him pull a guy's eye out, and it hung there. It dangled right there. And I forgot that there's something that keeps the eye in there. You know, you can watch all the Discovery Channel you want or whatever channel you want, and you never see that kind of stuff. But anyway, I lived with Kevin for months and months in Tampa, and he had a devilfish hanging on his wall, a petrified devilfish that I had nightmares about every night because I slept in the front room where the devilfish hung, because when he went out the door to go to the wrestling thing, he hung the devilfish over his head. It's like on a chain. So yeah, to say he was a bit different is a mild understatement. Okay, it's a massive understatement, for crying out loud. But he's mellowed with age, as we all have, and but I'll never forget him, and I'll love him for the rest of my life. And it's not because I feel he abused me. I feel that I really think he liked me. I know that sounds whack, but Another quick one, and I'll wrap it up, bro. Columbia, South Carolina. I'm guessing Columbia, South Carolina. Okay, so I wrestle without my goggles. Okay, without my specs, so I can barely see the camera. Okay, but I could see activity coming towards me, and Kevin threw me out of the ring. We fought back through the crowd. Now, in front of the stage, in the very back of the auditorium, is an orchestra pit. Okay, now it's painted black, and the house lights are down. Now, without my glasses, I have no depth perception, let alone, how far I can see. He throws me into the orchestra pit. Well, just going with it, I went, oh dear sweet God, here, there's a brass railing across the top, and I grabbed it like, with a cat went right here. I grabbed it. It was only 5 feet. I'm thinking it's 25 feet, and I'm like, I'm going to skin the cat if I have to. I'm holding on, but I landed in the orchestra pit, and I was like, oh my God. But anyway, another story about Kevin Sullivan just throwing me in an orchestra pit. So anyway, but needless to say, I love him with all my heart and always will. I mean, I know his kids, I know his family, so it's just one of those things that you meet people in this business that will be friends for life, and Kevin is one, no doubt.